So why is everyone moving to Richmond, Virginia? Hey, what's up, guys? Clayton Gits here. So first of all, not everybody's moving to Richmond, Virginia, but a lot of people are moving to RVA, and I've got 5 reasons why this is a destination. Richmond is now a destination city. It hasn't always been this way, but it is absolutely a destination city. We're going to walk through the top five reasons why Richmond is a destination city. So number 1 is cost. I mean, if you look at so Richmond has 6% lower cost of living than the national average, and homes are 15% cheaper than the national average. When you're talking about, mid-sized cities, it's actually a big deal. And I'm going to be honest with you, like it's homes are becoming less and less affordable. Being in the industry for 20 years now, and when I got into the business in Richmond, Virginia, you could buy a starter home for $200,000, for $250,000. Sometimes you get lucky and find something for less than $200,000. It's hard to find something for less than $400,000, depending on the location, of course. Like the further you go outside of the city, prices will come down a little bit. But just nationally, home prices are becoming less affordable, especially for first-time home buyers. But they're still, compared to the national average, we are 6% lower cost of living, and you couple that with 15% cheaper home prices compared to the national average, that kind of double whammy just really makes it more affordable to live in Richmond, Virginia. That's number 1 reason why Richmond is a destination city. Number 2 is lifestyle and culture. Like, we have a vibrant music scene, a vibrant art scene, and it really, I'm happy to report this to you. Our restaurant scene is finally becoming competitive with other mid-sized cities. My wife and I are foodies, and we travel quite a bit. Our girls play travel volleyball, and we just travel outside of that in general, and we love to eat in nice restaurants. So we do compare other cities to RVA, and so I can tell you that we're finally starting to have a really competitive food scene, which is very important to me, and hopefully it is to you as well. So you've got one Redditor actually summed it up like this: people move here because it's a great city with a thriving music and art scene, and it's more affordable, as I was just saying, than many other cities. And because we travel so much, I'm constantly comparing and contrasting, and I just will tell you that Richmond overall feels like a really safe place to live, to raise our children. We've moved from the city to the county, and we have investment properties in the city today, and it's just a really comfortable, convenient place to live. We also rank 7th nationally for best cities for millennials to work and live in its Richmond metro area. So that's a pretty strong indication that it has a lot of appeal for young adults as well. And that's great, because when young adults move here and they establish a career and families, then they typically stick around. So number 2 is lifestyle and culture. There's lots to do in RVA. Number 3 is growth and opportunity. So check this out: over 55,000 new residents since 2020. I didn't actually realize that until I looked up that stat earlier this morning. So 55,000 new residents in Central Virginia since 2020. Our unemployment rate is a really stable 3.1%. Compared to the national average of 4.3%. So we've got a thriving job market. In fact, we've got really strong growth in both tech, healthcare, pharma, and actually logistics. So Eli Lilly in September of this year selected Goochland, which is outside of the city, but a lot of people kind of relocate. They'll commute from the city to Goochland. So this is a $5 billion manufacturing plant bringing lots of jobs to Central Virginia. So they just announced that in September. So that is in process. That's been approved and is in process. And then CoStar Group is very large national real estate company, has been expanding its operations in RVA. So they've announced plans to hire an additional 1,000 new employees, primarily in Richmond, Virginia. And I've seen it. I mean, they're expanding rapidly, and this is specifically in the city. And then we've got just a ton of people that are relocating down from Washington, D.C. and Fredericksburg and Northern Virginia, and actually New York City and up from the Carolinas. And that has everything to do with these growth opportunities and with the affordability as well. And then my favorite, and I think why people really look at Richmond as such a neat place to live, in addition to all the things that I've already mentioned, is its central location. This is absolutely my favorite reason for living in RVA, and that's because you are an hour from the beach, essentially, an hour and a half maybe from the beach. You are an hour to the Blue Ridge Mountains, so you can be in the mountains and hiking and just taking advantage of all of that beauty within an hour. You can be in Washington, D.C. in about an hour and 40 minutes. We were actually just there this past weekend. And you can get down to the Carolinas if you want to in just a couple of hours. So it's just a really cool central location. I mean, my wife and I go away every year to this place called Salamander Resort and Spa, which is in Middleburg, Virginia. It's about an hour and a half, beautiful drive up through the mountains. We're actually about to go up there to do our annual business planning and personal planning here in the next several weeks. So you can just get to so many things. You can get to the Atlantic Ocean, and in just a couple of hours, you can get to beautiful mountains within an hour, and then up to Northern Virginia and to experience all of those amenities up there in about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes as well. So that's my favorite, number 4. And then number 5 is home values. You know, if you're looking, you know, this is one of the largest purchases that we will ever make, is in a home. And it's really nice to know. Again, we travel so much, and unfortunately we've been here recently to some really depressed areas. It's kind of sad to see because industry's just moved out of these areas. Well, industry's moving in to this area. So we've got a 9% increase year over year in home prices. So this is still a really good place to invest. Obviously, everything is location dependent. So some areas are going to see a greater increase and some areas are going to see a slightly lower increase. But we're still in a very strong seller's market in most locations in Central Virginia. So what that means is homes are being listed and they're selling in many cases still for multiple offers. So if you're buying, just know that on the front end, you might take a little bit of a hit, but on the back end, we have had stable, I've been in this business for 20 years now. We have had stable prices and increasing prices. Even in the crash of 2008, we did not get hit not nearly as significantly as the rest of the country did, and we rebounded very quickly. So that's number 5. So here's just to kind of sum this up. You know, why consider Richmond, Virginia now? You know, it's really affordability. There's significant increase in demand to move to RVA, so you can get in while the getting's good. And then, as I said, that just really centralized located. There's something for everyone to do. And if you get bored in RVA, you can drive to the beach in an hour and a half. You can drive to the mountains in a little over an hour, or drive up to DC and experience everything that they have to offer up there. So it's just a really cool, again, central location. So those are my top 5 reasons why everyone is moving to RVA.